for joining me. This is Lucretia with Same Chick Different Day. For today's project, you will need some spray paint. I used the Krylon aluminum metallic, but you could use whatever color, whatever kind you want or have. I'm going to be using some of these acrylic gems. Both the spray paint and the acrylic gems came from Walmart. You don't have to buy a big tub of gems like this. You can get just a few, but this is under $10 and I do a lot of projects, so it's a pound of jewels. Okay, you're going to need some diamond wrap. This comes from the Dollar Tree, and you've probably seen this before on other projects that I do. You will need this hanging plant form. This also came from the Dollar Tree. It usually comes in black, and I have already gone ahead and spray painted it. I hope you can see that. I've just went ahead and spray painted it for time's sake. You will also need a bag of these glass gems. I got these from the Dollar Tree also. They look like marbles, but they're just pushed down flat. So let's get started with today's project. Oh, by the way, you will need some hot glue sticks, a hot glue gun, and a pair of scissors. Okay, so I've gone ahead and cut out some of my bling wrap, and I will show you what I decided. I just placed the form on top of a glass vase so that I can know how tall I need for it to be, or I'm sorry, rather how long I want to cut my diamond wrap down. Then I put it up beside it and see how long it's going to be. And I know I'm going to have to wrap some over. So these are the longest pieces that I'm doing, but that's how I measured to see how long that I wanted them. Okay, so the diamond wrap that I have, if you'll notice, it has on here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. So all I did is once I decided how long I wanted it, then I went through and I cut 2 off as long as I wanted it. And then I took what was left over on the row that has 3 on it and folded it in half so I could use it also. So I have these long pieces, and for right now I have 9 of these really long pieces. Okay, so when I cut them apart, just like I showed you here, when you cut it apart as long as you want it, then I was left with the bigger side. So I took that long piece, so they were the same length, and all I did was folded it in half and cut it in half. So I end up with these that are a little wider than the longest piece. And I may do one more length. I may do a single row also, just so I can have varying lengths. So I wanted long ones to cover up the spokes that are on here. I'm going to call them spokes, but that's not what they are. Whatever the wire is right here, to kind of hang over that. And also, I'm going to go ahead and take this chain off. I may use it for the project, but I'm not sure yet. So as of now, I went ahead and spray painted it, but I'm going to go ahead and just remove it. And then I'll see as I'm working on it if I can use it or not. So let's get started. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just take, I've already done it on this one, take one of the glass gems and put it at the end of the bling wrap or the diamond wrap. So it'll give it some weight and it can hang down. And all I'm doing is just putting some glue on the glass gem and then putting the diamond wrap on it. You want to be careful with this. If you need to, use your scissors or something to press it down, but be very careful because this hot glue will burn you. So I'm going to do that and let this dry, and I'm going to put a piece on the end of all of the long ones. I'm going to go ahead and show you. I cut the length so that they all match up. So then I'm just going to go through and cut off a row of 2, and I'm going to leave this row of 3 because I explained it, but I thought it might be a little easier if I just show you, for some of you that are not accustomed to using this diamond wrap. So now I have my long piece, and then I just take this other piece with the row of 3 on it, and I just cut it in half. And now I'm going to start gluing it on. So I am going to just take some of the hot glue and put it on here, and just glue the diamond wrap to it. And I will pull the camera up closer so you can see. Okay, so I have this piece on, and as you can see, it's pretty long, and it has the glass gem at the bottom, and it's already looking pretty nice. So all I'm going to do is go around and glue these pieces on, and I am going to kind of lap this one over, or I'm sorry, overlap it. I couldn't do it very well with the other one because there's a piece sticking up where the chain used to be, but on this one I'm going to overlap it to help secure it. I hope you can see that. Now on this one, I wasn't really able to overlap it because it has this piece sticking up, but that was good because that helped me to have something more for it to adhere to. So I'm trying to let you all see how that's hanging down, and it's already blinging pretty good, so I hope y'all can see this. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these on and come right back. Okay, so now you see what it looks like with the long pieces, and you can see what it looks like with the shorter, wider pieces, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So what I'm going to do is go around the edge with some of the bling wrap because I don't want to leave that edge there where people can see it. It doesn't look very nice. And then I'm going to add some of the acrylic gems to it. So this is super easy. So let's get started with it. So what I'm thinking I'll do here is I'm going to go just right on this edge, and I'm not going to worry about that this piece is sticking up. I'll put some of the acrylic jewels on there and cover that up. Or you could just let it stick up. But you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna figure this out as I go, actually. But you see how that looks? Because I want to make this an inexpensive project, so I may decide not to use those acrylic jewels at all and see what it looks like. So let me start gluing and then I'll figure it out. Okay, what I decided would work best is there's 3 rows of this, so I'm just putting that middle row is what I'm gluing down to the wire basket. So I'm just taking and putting a bead of glue on here, and then I'm just going across and gluing down that middle row and just tapping it with my fingernail just to get it on there. So I hope you can see that and see how beautiful it's looking. Oh my goodness, I love this. This is turning out better than I had expected. So I'm going to just go all the way around. These were just some extra pieces that I had cut already. That's why they're in lengths like this. But they're probably easier to work with than a long piece. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue gluing this right in the middle all the way around like so. To keep this project budget friendly for you all, I think I've decided that I am not going to use those acrylic gems. I'm just going to make this an all Dollar Tree chandelier. So what I'm going to do is take some of the diamond wrap and just cut a little piece off. And I'm going to use this piece and fold it around those edges that were sticking up where the chain was hanging off of. I'm just going to glue it on like this so that it'll be kind of squared off, so you won't know that it is a plant form. So that's all I'm going to do with that, and I will just show you how that's going to look. I'm just going to go ahead and put the glue on. I'm going to put it on here, and then I'll just level it up with the bottom, make sure it's straight, and just fold it over. And then you see you have a more finished look. So yeah, you could use those acrylic gems or jewels if you want to, but I was thinking that I don't really need them. It's turning out really pretty without them, and I could add them in some places, but I'm really happy with the way it's looking. And this might be an ongoing project. I may leave it the way it is now and then come back and do another video and add some things to it. So I hope you can see how that looks. And I am almost done with this project.